Senator, good morning. It's good to talk to you. Let's begin with the president's proposal for the authorization of use of military force. We got the outlines of it yesterday from the president. Do you agree with it? Do you like it?
Again, this is something that is one of the most important issues this Congress will face, and I think it's important the president prove and move forward with his consultation with Congress on his plans and his strategy for defeating ISIL and the terrorists. I think there's lots of arguments from the left and the right you're going to hear over the coming week and month, but I look forward to a debate to make sure that we have the right strategy. I'm looking forward to a conversation to make sure that we haven't restricted overly the president's authority. I'm looking forward to making sure that we indeed drive a strategy that is not just one of degrading.
So, Senator, what do you think the right strategy is?
Well, the president, he's the commander-in-chief. He has to come to us, as he is now, with the plan, the strategy behind this, the tactical actions that will defeat, not just degrade, ISIL. This conversation that the AUMF has started, whether it's enduring operations, whether it's closely related, the language in the AUMF is going to be very closely debated. There's no surprise to the American people. Every word is going to be poured over to make sure this is the right authorization to get the job done.
So what do you, for you, what do you think the right approach is?
What should the wording be?
The right approach is to make sure that this president is not restricted in his ability to defeat ISIL. That being said, however, if the president believes that it's necessary to use words that gain bipartisan support, I'm open to that conversation. I don't think this is something that we should go into one-sided. I also think that the tenor and tone of this debate is very important, because if you send the wrong message, if it's over vitriolic, if this becomes an overly partisan issue, the message that sends to our enemies, the message that sends to the terrorists, is the wrong message we need to be sending.
Well, isn't that what some are criticizing the president for being vague? Isn't that the issue here? That if you're too specific, you run up against exactly what you're warning about here.
You know, Senator Marco Rubio took to the Senate floor yesterday saying a one-sentence AUMF is appropriate, just defeat ISIL. There are others who believe that the use of the word enduring on the left allows too much opportunity for the president to get overly involved. There are people on the right who believe that that is a restriction that's never been done in an AUMF before. Citations back to the timeline, the time limitations in the AUMF. Again, this is the very beginning of a process. Congress has the ability to write the AUMF. This consultation is important, but I think it's important that the tone that we set is one of defeating the terrorists and making sure that we give our men and women in uniform the support, full strength of the United States Senate.
Senator, would you like there to be language in there with the people of Colorado? Your constituents like there to be language in there calling for American boots on the ground.
Well, I think if you look at the language itself, it says no enduring offensive operations. That clearly leads the way for things like special forces. The question is, does it allow for us to protect the Free Syrian Army, for instance? That's up for debate. I think the people of Colorado are interested in defeating terrorists who are becoming a direct threat to the homeland, if not already. We need to make sure that we provide our men and women in uniform, this commander-in-chief, the authorization from Congress to get the job done.